Ken Bender, Executive Director, Tennessee Programs. Good to see you, my friend.
You too, Michael. Welcome.
Thank
Glad
you.
you're here.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Appreciate it. And what amazing staff. I mean, the work that's being done here is truly incredible, truly life-changing. And it reminded me so much because I had some time in Phoenix to kind of see our multidisciplinary center that's going on over there. From your perspective, what really distinguishes and differentiates this CAC from other CACs here in Tennessee, or maybe even the one in Phoenix?
Yeah, I think for me personally, the staff, you hit it right on the head, is that the staff here really differentiate. They come here not just for the work, they come here for the mission. They are here because they care about kids. They do above and beyond because they want to take care of these kids here. And you see it throughout our culture here at the site. So that's a differentiator, I think, of the other CACs. Being part of a national organization with a mission that we have from our founders really puts a lot into what our staff are doing here, where other CACs don't have that. They're standalones everywhere, and they're just doing a good job what they're doing, but they don't have what we have. So I think that's one of the bigger differentiators. You talk about our forensic interviews here that we do at the center. We're the second largest center in the state of Tennessee. I don't know if many people know that, but here in Knoxville we did almost 500 interviews last year, did 600 interviews the year before. And that's a lot of interviews, and we have 2 forensic interviewers that do that. And we also differentiate, I think, with those staff a little bit. We do a training for them. They're evidence-based in what they do in the model they implement. So we actually spend money to make sure we get our staff trained in this model. We send them to Minnesota in a corner house evidence-based model. They go there for a week, learn that model, come back, and then they observe interviews for about 6 to 8 weeks until they get a good feel. Then we observe them doing the interviews, and then they start seeing kids individually. So it's about the quality that we put forth to make sure we have our staff trained to do a good job with these kids when they come in. I think another differentiator that differentiates this center from the state is our clinical services, our therapists. Just over less than a year ago, we only had 2 therapists. Now we have 5. We're going to be at 7 by January. But I'd like to say that it's a great thing, but the fact is we just need that many people and more. Coming out of the pandemic and all the stuff you see on TV and the media right now, it's true. Kids are in need. Kids need help. And we're trying to catch up and do that, and we're trying to do that right now. So we're continuing to focus on expanding our therapy services. We have more therapists than any other center in the state right now, and we're continuing to build on that.
Wow. I love what you touched on. You touched on values of being part of a national nonprofit organization and how those values are playing in here. You really touched on the training and the investment that you're making in staff, and it's feeling like, or it's sounding like, perhaps Childhelp invests so much in the training of staff as such a big differentiator. That also translates to the quality of services and the impact that the children and families that come to the center are experiencing. And we're sitting in a playroom.
Yes.
That clearly, just like most every other center that I have visited with Childhelp, is very child-centric, child-friendly, really designed to make a child feel comfortable when they come here. Is that a staple with most centers, or is that something that's pretty unique to Childhelp?
I would say to this degree, it's very unique to Childhelp. I had the opportunity to go out to Phoenix this year and see the center out there, and it was larger than this one, but same feel. You walk in and you just look at it, kids would like to be in this area. And after doing an interview where they're just talking about things that happened to them, they need a place to come, have a snack, and be in a center like this, in a playroom like this. So I think that's pretty unique to us. Other centers have similar things, but not nearly to the scale that we put into this. Again, it's about the quality. It's about looking at what a child could need and what can really help them. And Childhelp goes the extra mile to do it. It's one of the big differentiators we have here. And you're sitting in a room that just exemplifies that.
Right. Ken, you've done a great job explaining to me kind of the impact that's being made specifically from the staff and the volunteers, people with huge hearts making a huge impact. But I also know that there's a very special relationship between Childhelp and the DA here that's also made a significant impact on the lives of children and family, either experiencing or at risk for abuse. Can you tell me a little bit about that relationship?
Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. We do have a very good relationship with the DA for several years now. We talked a little bit about how our staff gone through specific trainings and provide quality services. Well, those quality services have translated into a 100% conviction rate for our DA. She's reported to us that over 80 cases this year that she's seen that has gone to trial or has pleaded out have been successful in prosecuting those offenders, those perpetrators. So by having that kind of quality training that we have, translating over to our partners and getting convictions, our community safer. We're taking care of the kids and keeping them safe by getting these people behind bars and the punishment they deserve. So that relationship is strong between us, and it's very much valued.
100% conviction rate, 80-0. Right? Shoot, I'll take that basketball team any day of the week, right? 80-0, 100% conviction rate, child-centric environment, multidisciplinary team, highest quality level of training for staff, forensic interviewers, therapies. Is there anything that this center doesn't do as far as addressing child abuse and neglect in the state? I mean, it absolutely sounds phenomenal.